Hi, everyone. My name is Bryce, and I'm an engineering manager here at Airbyte. And I'm super excited to show off some of the features of the Airbyte platform today. And so I'd like to walk you through a journey that might be typical of a data engineer. I'd like to get my Salesforce data, my customer information, things like that, into my BI system so that I can correlate it maybe with actual sales data out of some of our other sources. For our BI database today, I'm going to be using Postgres. But I'm also experimenting with BigQuery and Snowflake, so I'd like to show you how to set those up as well. So to start off, we need Airbyte running. There's lots of ways to do this. Probably our easiest way is to use our cloud product. But today I want to show off our open source solution. And to do that, I'm going to be using the ABCTL tool. As a quick side note, all of our products use Kubernetes as the deployment target. We also use Helm as our package manager. If you'd like, you can also use ABCTL to install Airbyte onto a virtual machine. So if that's better for your use case, then you can do so by reading our documentation here at using an EC2 instance with ABCTL. All of our docs are hosted at docs.airbyte.com. And the quick start guide that I'm going to be following today is up here in the top left corner. Well, let's install Airbyte. The easiest way, if you're on Mac or Linux, is to use this curl command. On Mac, you can also just use Homebrew. On Linux, we have binary releases for both AMD and ARM platforms. And on Windows, we have a zip file for AMD. I'll jump over here to my console and I'll do a curl to this getairbyte.com and I'll get ABCTL installed. I already have it installed, so I don't have to do that. So the next step would be ABCTL local install. And again, I've already done this for the sake of the demo, so I'll skip this step. And so today I'd like to use Terraform to provision my sources, my destinations, and connections. This might be typical of a data engineer who's trying to use, say, Git to handle all of their infrastructure as code. I'm going to show off that use case here. In this directory, I have a number of different files. I have airbyte.tf, which sets up the Airbyte Terraform provider. You can see here I'm using the 0.6.2, which should be the latest release as of this recording. And I'm going to be posting to my localhost 8000 API public. This is the Airbyte API. And so the Terraform provider is built off of our public Airbyte API. We also have clients for both Java and Python. So if you'd like to integrate against the Airbyte API, you could do so in those two languages, but it's also just a REST API. So if you'd like to create your own internal SDK, you could do that as well. I'm going to list these files again. Just to show you that I have Postgres as my destination and Salesforce here as my source. I also have Snowflake set up and BigQuery as well. There's also this variables file that holds my secrets and things like that. So if I were to Terraform apply this, I would then create all of these resources in my instance. I, of course, have also already done this for this demo, so I'm going to jump over into my instance of Airbyte here and show you my connections page. So this page shows you that I have a connection from Salesforce to Postgres. This is my main connection here. I've also set up Salesforce to BigQuery as well as Salesforce to Snowflake. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to run a sync. And what this will do is it'll go fetch all of the data from the Salesforce API and write it into my Postgres database. I could also do this for BigQuery and Snowflake if I'd like to experiment with those as well. While this is running, I'm going to go take a quick tour of the Airbyte connections. So these are the supported connections that Airbyte is publishing. And some of the noteworthy sources that we have here might be HubSpot and Stripe and Zendesk, but we have a number of others, things like Amazon Ads and Google Sheets. Lots of fun stuff that you can take a look through as you explore your Airbyte instance. On the destination side of things, we also have Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, as well as MongoDB, and a number of other destinations here. Let's go back over to our connections page and see if our sync is finished, and it has. You can see that we've loaded a little bit of data here, but not much because we are doing a dedupe and append, so we're only pulling new data since the first initial sync. So that's that. A quick tour of the Airbyte platform. I hope you enjoyed that, and thanks for watching.